What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. The weekend is finally upon us. It's been a crazy week, long week. Getting into this episode of GH, this was a good cliffhanger Friday. I was enjoying the shit out this episode. Jackie is definitely still feeling Finn, definitely. You could tell she still got some residual feelings for him even after all these years. Honestly, with the whole Finn Anna situation, I agree with Anna. I don't think an apology gonna do it because Robert was pretty much telling Anna, he doesn't need the apology from her. That she didn't believe Robert or didn't want to believe Robert about Peter. Robert was like, shit, I don't want your apology, but you need to be apologizing to Finn. But I agree with Anna. Finn, it's gonna take a little bit more than I'm sorry. You turn to a whole nother man instead of your man. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna sting. You know what that does to the male ego? Like here you got your woman turn into another man that she was probably intimate with at one point and who liked her at one point in time, who still likes her, obviously. That is a low blow. That is a low blow. Like that is getting hit right in your family jewels. So I don't see Finn getting over this no time soon. Not as quickly, I don't. Like she's gonna have to do some major apologizing. You're gonna have to buy that man a new car. You're gonna have to do something. You like Anna, you gonna have to pull out all the stops. Cook that man a good English dinner. You know what I mean? Fix him a whole lot of tea. You gonna have to do something. Like you just gonna have to pull out all your bag of tricks in order to fix this mess. You gonna have to pull out some type of lingerie. You gonna have to do something. Something. Do something. Um, because if you don't, you might end up losing that man because Jackie was all up on him. So you Anna, you better do something. Um, And the crazy part is, after that, Jackie and Finn started talking about what happened when she was about to back out of her wedding to Gregory all them years ago. Um, Unbeknownst to them, Gregory was standing in the hallway. I said, no, no, Gregory, leave. I'm telling you, Gregory. No, he got to know what's going on between the two of them. That man, he gotta know something because I agree. He been dropping too many subliminals when he talked to them. He been dropping little innuendos, like he knows something up. Especially the looks that he been giving them when he's around Jackie, when he's around Finn. Like he just be giving off a vibe, like I know what y'all did all them years ago. Like when you watch the movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer. He knew what they did that summer. He knew. Oh, he knew. And I think all this time he hasn't said anything. He probably still waiting to see if they ask gonna come to him one day about it. I'm like, Gregory, you could keep on waiting because they ain't coming to you. And the funny thing is, Jackie was standing there waiting for, not waiting, but she was standing there remembering how attracted she was to Finn all them years ago. Went back when he was a student. I was like, she's still attracted to him. That was obvious. She's still feeling that man. I feel super bad for Violet though. Violet was so ready for that wedding to happen, for Anna to be her stepmother, and she was just super upset that the wedding didn't happen. Like she kept trying to get answers from Chase about why the wedding didn't happen. She kept demanding to see her father. Um, but thank God, Gregory came and calmed her down and basically told her that, grown-ups pretty much messed up the whole wedding and, you know, read her story. So after Gregory puts Violet to sleep, him and Chase start talking about Chase's happiness and him and Willow. And Chase is pretty much worried that Willow has developed feelings for Michael. I'm like, newsflash, Chase, she has already developed feelings for that boy. Um, so he's just worried about where this is going between him and Willow and her feelings for Michael. Well, you need to sit Willow down and talk to her about that. You know what I mean? I don't really think they need to have another conversation about it because at the end of the day, Willow has made her choice, so she thinks. She has chosen Chase for the moment, even though I don't think that's really gonna last at this point. I don't think so. Um, so Willow pops up or whatever, crying to Chase about what happened with Wiley and how he was saying that she wasn't his real mom and all that mess. And Chase was apologizing again to her because he thought that he was helping her when him and Sasha teamed up or whatever. He thought that he was healing her. But I mean, Chase did more harm than he did good in that situation. I'm just saying, like, he should have left that alone. Um. So anyway, back at the Quartermain Mansion, it was super funny how Willow, Michael, and Carly were all wondering where Wiley got that notion that Willow wasn't his real mother. And when I tell you, when they all turned and looked at Nina, I busted out laughing. I was like, yeah, Nina, your ass is caught. So of course, Carly had some words with Nina. Nina took it upon herself to do something that she should not have done. You know what I mean? Like, she's sitting there talking about, oh, I'm not gonna act like Nell didn't exist or whatever. Um, the hell? Yeah, cause she was talking about like she not gonna let her daughter seem like she never existed or whatever. I'm like, first of all, Nina has completely overstepped her boundaries. She was way out of pocket, out of line, just out of order. It is not up to you to determine what information that boy know and what he don't know. The correct thing to do. Because Nina's sitting there running her mouth talking about, oh, the experts think that children need to know the truth or whatever. First of all, who the fuck cares what experts think? Wiley's not the expert's child. He's Michael's child. He's Willow's child. And it's up to them. And I know some people saying, well, that's not Willow's son. And I seen a comment yesterday about that, and it kind of irritated me because I'm like, obviously, whoever made that comment did not listen to what I said yesterday about real. Yes, Nell is Wiley's biological mother. Biological. That does not make her his real mother. You want to know what a real mother is? You want to know what a real parent is? A real parent, I will explain this again because I explained it yesterday, but I guess I'll have to do it again. A real parent takes care of their kids. A real parent put the need of the child above their own. A real parent is there for you every day. They tuck you in at night. They cook your meals. They take you to school. Help you with your homework. All of that. That's, in my opinion, what a real parent does. Willow has been there for Wiley every day. Every day. She's been there for him. Helping to take care of him, all of that. He's comfortable with her. He's familiar with her. She's been a real parent to him. So to sit there and say that she's not his real mother, that to me is a spit in the face to all the adoptive mothers out there. Because you're basically saying that adoptive parents are not real parents, which is totally a lie. Totally a lie. Just because somebody gives birth or somebody provides sperm does not make them a real parent. That's not what that does. Come on now, let's not demean what a real parent is. Because like I've been in somewhat that situation, not exactly this type of situation, but let me tell you something. I've never been adopted, but in terms of a real parent, like the sperm donor that I have, and that's what I call him. I call him a sperm donor because he doesn't deserve the title of father. I never call that man my father. I never call him that because I feel like to be called a father is a privilege. You have to earn that title. Just donating sperm does not make you a father. It doesn't make you a parent. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Being there makes you a parent. That's what people need to understand about this whole situation. But yeah, getting back to this rant over. I totally agree with Carly on this. I totally agreed. In my opinion, this was up to Michael. Like Nina should have consulted with Michael before she ran her mouth off. I feel like she was totally out of line for that. Totally. Let me tell you something. I was all for, Wiley knowing who Nell was, but not right now. He's only 2 years old? He's too young to process that. And Carly, I do agree with Carly. He is too young to know that information right now. And she definitely did not want Nina spinning a story for Wiley, trying to make it seem like Nell was this great parent, because no, she was not. Come on now, let's be real. Nell was not a great parent to that boy. That boy was nothing more than an insurance policy and a meal ticket to her. That's all he was. That's all he was. Let's just be honest. Let's keep it a buck. Everything Nell did was not for the benefit of that kid. It was for the benefit of Nell. Let's be real. Go back and watch the episodes with Nell and tell me it ain't true. Come on now. Um, I'm glad Michael came in, and Carly basically threatened her again. She basically told her, "We won't be sharing a grandchild for a very long time." She said, "Shit, we won't be sharing our grandson in the near future." She was like, "I'm gonna tell you that much." After the stunt Nina just pulled, and when Michael came back in, he basically told Nina, "You need to take a step back from Wiley." This heifer tried to sit here and negotiate with Michael. No, 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 no. There is no negotiations. You crossed the line. She definitely crossed the line. I don't blame Michael for stepping in and saying, "No, you got to back your ass up." See, this is what I'm talking about. I defended Nina because I felt Nina deserved to have some time with him, but she ruined that because she wanted to act foolish. Like, come on now. She needs to learn. Like, she sat right there acting all type of fool. Just disgusted. Nina, I defended you, but never again. Um. So anyway, moving on from that. Um. Peter. Peter was still spinning his tails when Maxie was, complaining about, the baby and stuff. Peter tried to help her and all that, and Dante and the hell, Robert and Dante was holding Peter back. They said, "Nope, stay your ass back, stay away from her. She don't need your help. She back up." I know that shit, right? I said, "Go ahead, y'all, back him up." Um, and Robert basically warned Peter that he will be arrested soon. That an arrest warrant will be imminent and it will be soon. Um, Peter punk ass tried to lash out at Anna or whatever, trying to blame Anna for all of this, for betraying him. Talking about, because he's so confident that Maxie's still gonna believe in him. He's very confident, and Anna noticed that. She noticed that, and she told Robert that she was worried about that. That he was so confident that Maxie was gonna believe in him and stuff, and take his side and all that. And I could understand why she was worried about that, because I am too. After what Maxie was saying at the hospital, I'm still worried that she's still gonna take Peter's side. Um, because when they were at the hospital, when they took her to the hospital to run tests on her, because Britt was thinking that it was Braxton Hicks or whatever. So they ran the test on her. The baby is completely fine. There's nothing to worry about. What pissed me off about Maxie was when she wanted to know how long Britt knew about all of this. So Britt told her what was going on or whatever, and Maxie's sitting there talking about, well, it's still Obrecht's word against Peter's. That pissed me off because that tells me Maxie is still on the fence about whether Peter is guilty or not. But the whole time at the wedding, you could see she believed what they were all saying about Peter. Her facial expression gave it away. But now you still want to sit here talking like you're still on the fence about this boy. I'm like, Maxie, really? You have everybody in that room telling you how much of a scumbag he is. Everybody. And you still want to sit there and believe this boy. I said, are you kidding me, Maxie? Really? That's what we're doing? Like, you didn't learn nothing? I was annoyed with Mac a little bit too today, because Mac sat there and apologized to Maxie for hitting Peter and upsetting her. Mac, no, you have nothing to be apologizing for, sir. You did the absolute right thing. You knocked him on his ass. Good for you. Good for you. He deserved that punch. He deserved more than that. And judging by this episode, he got more than that too. I was just pissed that he was apologizing to her. Like, you have nothing to hurt feelings. The only person that hurt her feelings was Peter with all his shenanigans. That's the only person. So Franco put the pieces together when he watched that video, the video he made when he thought he was Drew. He went back and watched that video, and that's when it clicked for him. that Peter was the one who took Drew and did all that foolishness. So he went to the wedding looking for Peter, while Sam and Dante were there. And she had called Jason to warn Jason about what was going on with Franco and stuff like that. Franco was on the warpath. He was not playing with it. Um, so Peter went back to his hotel room and got himself a gun. And I can only imagine what he was going to do with that gun, because something tells me he was going to do a few things with that gun. Who knows? Was he going to shoot his betrayers? Was he, the people he think betrays him? Was he going to shoot them? Was he going to go to the hospital and take Maxie hostage and take her and the baby? Ain't no telling what he was going to do with that gun. He's deranged. There's no telling what he was. He's desperate and he's crazy. But before he could do anything, he jumped down the fire escape, and Franco was there waiting for him with a tire iron and bust them all up. I said, "Go ahead, Franco. Go ahead, whoop his ass, Franco." The only thing I'm nervous about though is if Franco, like severely hurts him, Franco gonna get locked up. Like, and this is the last thing Elizabeth and the boys need right about now is Franco in prison. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Franco, just chill a little bit." I'm like, "No, don't kill him." Like, just whoop his ass a little bit. I wish Franco would have went there with a ski mask or something on his head. Cause I'm like, "Franco, you don't want to leave no evidence now. Don't do that." Um, but yes, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. This was so freaking amazing. Franco got his little revenge. I said, "Go ahead, Franco." I mean, I don't blame Franco because this man did send an assassin to come kill you now. He did do that. He been manipulating you and playing with your mind. He turned the whole town against you. I don't blame Franco for wanting to beat his head in. I can't blame him. He deserves it. Peter done caused so much foolishness in this town for quite some time, and I love when somebody get their just due. As long as their name is not Helena Cassadine, I'm good because that's my boo, and I need her to come back to the show. I still don't believe Helena's fully dead. I don't believe that. I have to, as long as Constance Towers is still gracing this earth, Helena's still alive to me. I need Helena to be amongst the living. Because I've never seen a villain just with so much, other than Stefano Demira, I've never seen a villain with so much class and elegance, such as Helena. And I need Cassandra Pierce to come back too, because that's my other boo. Cassandra grew on me. I love her too now. Just good villains. But yeah, this episode was the bomb. I really did like this. So definitely hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see you all Monday. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's beautiful outside still sunny, so try to enjoy it. And I will see you all Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace.